morning and welcome back to another episode of the Tempest Rising podcast. This week we are talking about chaos. In a minute you're probably going to hear the cat scream because he's wandering around and he tends to scream when he gets lost. He's fine, it's just because he's blind and he likes to scream, so don't worry if he starts screaming. So, chaos. Chaos is the umbrella term that I like to use to describe the inner and outer conflict that we all face simply through the act of living and breathing. I like to think of it as a circle because it is like a cycle in nature. It's almost like a container, and inside of this container sits all of the things that prevent you from living your life the way you want. So inside is a combination of your chaos. There's chaos of the mind, so your beliefs, your patterns, your stories, your memories, your fears, your emotions. You can have chaos of the body, so your physical ailments, disease, injury, lack of health, all those kinds of things. You can have chaos of the heart, so your relationships, your connections. Here he comes. Hello. Hello. Hey, mate. Hey. Your relationships, connections, the communities and the tribes of people you put yourselves in. You can have chaos of your soul, so the way you treat yourself, the things you do to lift yourself up and enhance your well-being. And then there can be lifestyle chaos, so general chaos, your work, your businesses, your finances, your routines, your to-do list, all those kinds of things. There's so many different things that form your chaos, and they all have a compounding effect. And it's that compounding effect that is so dangerous and so destructive, because there's not one single thing that makes life difficult. It's all of these things combined. And this chaos is the number one issue in everyone's life, okay? All of these things combined are your chaos. They are the main thing that is keeping you stuck. And perhaps the most damaging form of chaos is the chaos of the mind, so your thoughts and your feelings. If you can get better at dealing with those, then you're better placed to take action around the other things. Okay, you're not in a position to deal with your physical health if your mental health is not where it needs to be. You're not in a position to make more money if you're unable to take actions that support you making more money because the feelings you're having are not supporting those actions, okay? Dealing with anything comes down to making choices and taking action. But to make choices, to take the correct action, to take powerful action around your relationships, your work, your self-care, your physical health, it requires you to be in the right place mentally. And this is why when you start working on your mindset and your emotions, everything else tends to come a little bit easier. Everything starts to fall into place, okay? The chaos is so, so important, and that's why it always sits first on my continuum. So if you've heard me talk about the 3C continuum, I'll talk about how we start with chaos, we move through to clarity, and then into a place of creation. Chaos is always the first stop, because this is the number one thing keeping you stuck. And for many people, they will stay stuck there. But with the right tools and the right trainings, it does become possible to get out of it. And it's not a case of emptying the chaos container, because that's impossible. You can't just make things disappear. That's not how it works. But it is possible to step outside of that and then to work on the things that are in there and then eventually move away from them. And it goes back to creating something new to displace the old, which I've talked about many times before. It starts with acknowledging the chaos, the things that are in that cycle, and then deciding to do something about it. And I'm going to give you the chance to do that next week. So as a call to action today, I want you to join us for the Fatal 4 Challenge. I'm going to be addressing 4 of the universal chaos makers, so stress, fear, self-esteem, and confidence. And I'm going to be giving you some activities to do around those things to enhance your awareness and help you start taking the first steps towards dealing with them. It's going to be hosted inside of the Limitless group. You can get 5 days of coaching. Everything will be actionable. So you're going to get a workbook to help guide you through the activities, so you can take action on all of the things I'm going to be teaching you, because knowledge without action is pointless, which is why those who complete the challenge are going to be rewarded. Okay, you join us, you do the work, you complete it, you're going to go into a prize draw and somebody will be winning a prize at the end of the week. It's going to be really good. There's going to be loads of insightful information plus things for you to really take action on, so you can start taking the steps to deal with the things that are in your chaos cycle, and then you'll be able to step away from that and start moving along the continuum to be able to create a life that you actually love. A life like Chase's. He loves his life. He's being grumpy, that's why he's sitting at the camera. Hang on, wait. Say hello. Chasey. Hey, mate. Yeah, he's being grumpy today. But he does love his life. So if you follow the link that is in the description, I'm going to post up another one in the comments. Join us. Everything you need to know is in a pinned post at the top of the group. Read through it all. You'll be able to download your workbook, and then everything will begin on Monday at 12 o'clock. So I'll see you inside, and trust me on this, you are not going to want to miss it. I will be there. He's going to be there, hopefully in a better mood. Hey, are you in a better mood? Probably not. But join us, because it's going to be impactful, it's going to be good fun, and you're going to get some real important things out of it. So I'm going to see you inside the group.